welcome back to another episode of Honeysuckle Catering. Today we're going to be exploring the Midwest, and I'm going to be making a really special treat, the cherry pie. Pies are such an all-American Midwestern treat, and cherries to me represent summer, so I hope you like this recipe. Let's get started. For the pie dough, you're going to need 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 3 sticks of butter, a 1/3 cup of ice-cold water, and half a teaspoon of salt. This is my favorite pie dough recipe. It's super tender and flaky and goes well with any pie. And it's so easy. All you're going to need to do is put your flour and salt into the food processor and pulse until it's thoroughly mixed. Next, add in your butter and pulse it until you get about pea-sized flour and butter pieces. Now, slowly add the water into the dough and mix it until it forms into a ball. Once it forms into a ball, take it out of the food processor, put it into a plastic wrap, and form a disc. I'm making 2 discs today because number 1, it'll cool down faster, and number 2, I like to work in separate batches. Make sure that your environment is super cold so that your butter doesn't melt. You want your dough to have pieces of butter like this. This is what's going to create the flakes in your pie. Put it into the freezer for about 15 to 20 minutes so the dough can firm up and be super flaky. Now moving on to the cherry filling. You're going to need 3 cups of pitted cherries, 3/4 cup of sugar, a tablespoon of butter, 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, an 1/8 teaspoon of salt, half a lemon's juice, and a teaspoon of vanilla extract. To pit your cherries, you're probably going to need a cherry pitter. Just go through each of them and pit it and cut it in half if you'd like. If you don't have a cherry pitter, I have a really neat way to show you how to do it. Take a chopstick, remove the stems, and from the bottom of the cherry, just poke it through and the seed will immediately come out. Now take your sugar, cornstarch, salt, vanilla extract, and lemon juice and combine it all with the cherries. Mix thoroughly and let it sit aside for about 10 to 15 minutes. Now while our cherries are sitting, I'm going to prep our dough. Lightly flour your work surface and remove the dough from the freezer. With your rolling pin, roll it out until it's about a 1/4 inch thick. With your cutter, cut out circles large enough to fit your mini pie pans. So this recipe makes a 9-inch pie. However, today I'm going to be making a sweet treat and making mini cherry pies using muffin pans. Now's a good time to preheat your oven to 400 degrees. Now, line your muffin pan with the pie dough. And then scoop in enough cherries to fill it. Now, once you've filled your pie with the cherry, take your tablespoon of butter and just dot each one. To be fun, I'm going to take my pizza cutter and make little strips to make a lattice, but you can do whatever you want to cover the top. Once your oven is ready, bake it for about 25 to 30 minutes. If you check halfway through and you see that your crust is getting too golden brown, take a sheet of foil to cover it and then continue cooking the rest of the way. Once you've removed the pie from the oven, let it sit for about 10 to 15 minutes until it's completely cool. Pies are so fun to eat, especially in the summer, and if you top it with ice cream, it's even better. So let's try this. The cherry is nice and tart, and the pie dough is flaky and delicious. This is so perfect for outdoor barbecues or even picnics. I hope you enjoyed our stop here in the Midwest and our mini cherry pie. Thank you for watching another episode, and if you'd like to continue on with my culinary road trip, please subscribe above and let me know what you think of this recipe and what kind of pie you like by commenting below. And visit my Facebook for more daily recipes and updates. And I'll see you soon. Bye!